Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day, a fantastic week. I originally had a different video planned for this week and I had it all ready to go to publish today, but I woke up this morning and decided that I needed to talk about this instead. And I read an article last night that just kind of confirmed that I wanted to redo my video for the week and talk about this rather than the other topic I had in mind. This is all something that's helped me lately, so I want to pass it on to you while I'm feeling it really deeply in my heart. So this week's video is about grief and loss. Grief and loss are such difficult topics to talk about because everyone experiences them differently, but regardless of how we cope with these things, we all go through them at some point in our lives. It's hard to unite us all in a way that is universally comforting, considering we all have different religious and spiritual beliefs. I don't know whether you believe in a God or whether you believe that heaven and hell are real, or if you believe that your lost relatives are watching over you somehow. We all believe something different, but something that I can pass on to you that's helped me, that I think can unite us all in some way, is just scientific knowledge and psychological knowledge. One thing that's been helping me recently is thinking about energy transfer. The first rule of thermodynamics, I think it is that energy is not created or destroyed. Energy is just transferring from one thing to another constantly. Energy is always being transferred and converted into different forms. And as you probably know, we harness a lot of energy within ourselves. At any given moment, we are harnessing enough energy to power a very bright light bulb, actually. We consume this energy in the form of food, and we exert this energy back out into our environment in some way, and it's converted into another type of energy. The way that I think about this that helps me and comforts me is that energy once resided in the body of a loved one that you may have lost. That energy that person once harnessed within them has been exerted into the universe in some way, and maybe now that energy is being used to power your ceiling fan or something else around you. Regardless, that person's energy lives on in your surroundings, in this earth that we all live on today. I don't know, I just find this really comforting. I lost my dad when I was younger, and it just brings me a little bit of peace knowing that his energy is still here with me, still existing in this universe with me. I even sometimes think that his energy could be in the food that I go on to consume at some point in my life, and then that energy is within me as well and exerted into another form of energy, so then we've both shared the same energy. The article that I stumbled across yesterday actually helped me even more and took it a step further. There's this man named Douglas Hofstadter, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. He's a researcher on concepts and cognition. I believe he works at Indiana University, or used to. Anyway, he really studied how our consciousness arises from these unthinking atoms that we're all made of, these molecules that have no personality or anything. So how do we become who we are? How do our consciousness arise out of those molecules? Without going into too much detail, basically he concluded that we are ultimately feedback loops. We're constantly taking in things from our surroundings. We're receiving all of this information and using this information in the future to determine how we react to more information. With that being said, every human being is just a compilation of every other human being that they've interacted with. Every human that we've had contact with has fed us information in some way. We've consumed that information and used it to fuel our own reactions in response to information that we gain down the road. I'm gonna try to remember this quote from his book and paraphrase it a bit, but he basically says, Douglas, the guy I've been talking about, says something along the lines of, we're just these beautiful, intricate collages of all of the people that we've met in the past. We're not an individual, we're made up of many individuals, all of their mannerisms and their tics and their thoughts and everything that makes them then, they pass it on to us. We consume that and it becomes a part of who we are. As long as we have memory of another person that we've interacted with, they continue to live on within us. We are ultimately just these little planets being struck by meteorites of information, that are other people's mannerisms and their thoughts and little parts of who they are. And they stick with us and they impact us. My dad harnessed such a deep love for learning and he passed that on to me. So every time that I open a book or I learn something new and I get really excited, my dad continues to exist within me. Your loved ones that have passed not only exist as energy in the world around you, but they also exist within you as long as you live. I hope this is comforting for you in some way. I know it's been helping me a lot this week especially, and just, you know, as I get older, I think about my dad a lot more and how much he impacted who I am. I know reading all that information that is universally accepted and not religion-based has helped me a lot. And I think since it's so universal, it can help anybody regardless of your beliefs. Your loved ones live on with you. They exist as energy around you, and they exist through your memory of them because little pieces of who you are today are originally derived from them. That's all I have for today. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Send out love to others. I'll have another, hopefully happier video for you next week, and I'll see you next Tuesday.